gentlemen, welcome back to the Trident Arena. It is now time for game number 2 of match day 3, January 10th, a Saturday here at Sao Paulo, Brazil. Mexico versus Indonesia. Mexico of Jose Ashkenazi against Indonesia of the goalkeeper Leonardo Pasautaya, reliable goalkeeper known as the last wall. Let's have a look at the lineups. Everyone you see here, almost everyone, has scored in this competition. After that 8-2 drubbing over Team India, only Sanchez, Diego Martinez, and Martin Cani have not found the back of the net. Obed Martinez, Alexis Silva, Martin Lara, Ashkenazi, players to look out for on this Mexican side. Semi-finalists of the Nations in Italy. Last year, as I said, here are Indonesia. Reza Yamani has 3 goals. He's the man to look out for. Well, now the coaches and team managers will be selecting the secret card. On one side, you saw there, gravity will be doing its thing. The ball will be falling from the sky, and as John says, we're going to begin the dash for cash. There it is, my friend, underway with Mexico versus Indonesia, a Group A battle. Usually we get a few goals in the first 5 minutes. That's when we have to scale up, the battle royale scale up. Over Saudi Arabia, we never know what can happen in this competition. Here come Indonesia. Here's Muhammad Nazil, and they draw first blood. It's Ahmadiani to fire the Southeast Asians into the lead. Is the upset going to happen yet again?
Well, Mexico exposed yet again. This is not going to be easy for Mexico by any stretch of the imagination.
Ashkenazi's got support on the left-hand side. Monterde off the metal. A left-footed laser from the goalkeeper that finds the woodwork. And the goal didn't count. There was an offside on the play. But here they come once again. Now vying for that first goal. Here's Ahmadiani. Here's Nazil. He was the MVP of the last game. Yanni back towards Nazil. Give and go. Just a little too long there. Monterde to restart the counter-attack. Here's Obed Martinez. Ashkenazi on the left-hand side. Ashkenazi! Team Mexico break the deadlock, and they draw first blood. Number 4 for him in the competition. Martinez is going to claim the assist, and Mexico are ahead. What a start to the... Fatur, he's the player who had that great play in the previous game. Here's Jordi Rinaldi. Almost 2.5 minutes into this game, an exhilarating start. Fatur, what a mistake there. Here come Mexico. Ashkenazi 1v1. He's going to make it 2-0. Mexico have 2. Ashkenazi has 2. What a start for Indonesia as Mexico double their lead. What a run from Ashkenazi to beat the goalkeeper, and then the ease. Left-hand side now for Fatur. Mexico close themselves up at the back. Indonesia trying to punch through. Here's Jordi. Fatur on the left-hand side, or rather right-hand side here with Ahmadiani. Unable to beat Ashkenazi. Trying to accelerate down that left wing, dispossessed. Let us know, ladies and gentlemen, let us know who you're rooting for, what you think of the competition. It's a great long ball, the header inside. It's picked out of the sky by Nazil. Alex Montiel, the Scorpion Dorado, who's right next door to us. Here in booth number 8, here come Mexico. Martinez accelerating on his left foot. He drives it in, blocked. And Mexico have the corner kick. There he is. Eddie Sanchez to take the corner kick from the left-hand side. He drives it into traffic, back post. Way too much power on it. This is the other Martinez, Obed Martinez. Mexico on the right-hand side. Here's Martin Lara. Ashkenazi joining the group. Now with 5 goals to his name. Here's the through ball, the left-footed shot from Renato Castillo by Muhammad Nazil. Here's the replay.
Calma, calma.
You saw Atta Halili, Juli Uribe. Here come Indonesia, slicing their way down the left. Here's Abdulaziz.
Yeah, these games going out in different languages, English, Italian, French, Arabic, Spanish, of course.
And Portuguese, we must not forget. Here's Van Per. Tries to beat Camelo, unable to do so, but at the expense.
Maybe a bit soft, that free kick. Academic now.
You saw some of the streamers there for Mexico. Natalia Mekis and Alana. Here's Castillo, lands it on frame. What a save from Muhammad Nazil. We'll look at the replay, the left-footed laser from Castillo. Indonesia to restart, looking for a goal to get themselves back into this game. So far, Mexico are doing a great job defending. There's the effort from Fausan. Been across and out of bounds. Here's the replay. Nice angle there captured from our drone. Our drone constantly flying over the turf. Here at the shootout against Saudi Arabia. Huge shout out to our friends at the Best Acai. Usually after this shout out, I get some acai. So if you're listening to me, you can send it right up to booth number 7. Here come Mexico. Lara goes for the effort. It's saved. Mexico restart. Monterde able to pick out a teammate. Nice work there from Carlos Camelo. Accelerating forward. He pulls the trigger. ¡Qué golazo! ¡Qué golazo! ¡Qué golazo! Right foot on it. What a great goal for Mexico as they now lead by a trio of goals, running straight through Indonesia.
Yeah, not the cleanest of strikes, but he won't mind about that. Kind of swung at it on his right.
I think one thing we can agree on, John, that Mexican loss to Saudi Arabia was a wake-up call. This Indonesia, not yet the Indonesia we saw against Saudi Arabia. Mexico want more accelerating. Martinez tried to drive it across. Here's Diego!
Doors still, but I just feel that the next goal here
will be playing tomorrow. And of course, you can expect, I think, a huge win from Saudi Arabia after Mexico put 18 goals past the Indians. Here come Indonesia, right-hand side. Lovely work there from Monterde to get to it.
Right at the start of the match when Yanni found the net. Now his team trailing by 3.
Guys, come.
Good to see, and a Mexican flag. I wonder if he is Mexican, because we have a lot of Brazilians, of course, rooting for other nations. Interception there from Van Per. There's the effort, and there's the save from Monterde.
Still have not given up the ghost here.
Corner kick driven in. There's the header. Sensational save from Monterde. And Alexis Silva is on the pitch. Here's the replay. In the corner there, you see Rivers and Escorpion Dorado for Indonesia. Here in Mexico, right-hand side, Diego. He's got the overlapping run, cut back. I don't think David Junco was expecting that ball.
It just bounced off his chest. Although in that kind of position, perhaps he should have been expecting it.
Back in 2013, 2014. Here's Martin Cani picking out a teammate on the left-hand side. David Junco slicing his way through. Almost able to go all the way. Finding those spaces and infiltrating the Mexican defense. Perhaps now on this run, left-hand side, is Fausan. Through ball. Mexico win it back. Camelo sends it away. Askenazi does the honors. Keeping in mind, Atta Halilintar is the only president thus far in the competition to kick 2 and miss 2 penalties. So he'll be looking to redeem himself. Here's Carlos Camelo. He's got the support on the right-hand side. Davies, back post. 5,000 people come Indonesia. On the left-hand side, Fatur tried to bend it into the top corner there. The idea was good, the execution not so much. Indonesia will be looking to capitalize at this moment of the game, try and get...
Picked his way through to make it number 3, but they're not yet dead and buried, Indonesia. Need to produce better passes than that, though.
He's got options on the right-hand side. The long ball for Alexis Silva. Look at that chested control. He's got the strength. Here's Davies. Support on the right-hand side from Askenazi. Pepe Askenazi. 5 goals now in the competition. Yeah, he had that great save off the header from the corner kick, but that was about it. Alexis Silva hits it first time. That would have been a wonder goal, a rocket.
Yeah, he's earning his corner. It was a wonderful layoff from Alexis Silva. It really is a big unit. Does that come off the shoulder of the keeper? I think it did.
Less than 30 seconds before we wrap up this first half. It's Kanib. Canelo to play with Tona. A good through ball on that left-hand side for Davies. Works his way inside, pulls the trigger! Mexico just continue to pick Indonesia apart. A lovely individual goal from Davies Yuko. He's got his 2nd of the competition. How about this, John?
Just found that little bit of room. And for me, that is a real hammer blow for Indonesia, right on the stroke of half-time as well, just when you do not want to come.
Now it's time for the dice roll over at booth 15. Junichi Kato, the president of Team Japan, will be in charge of it. What's it going to be? My favorite, John. 2v2 for the first 3 minutes of to start off things for Mexico. The ball falls out of the cage. Van Per didn't even go for the contest there. He knew he wouldn't have a chance against this guy, Alexis Silva. Here come Mexico looking to make it 6. Here's Renato Castillo. He's got a great left foot. Pressured by Van Per on that right wing. Alexis Silva, can he drive it in? Still going, Silva! Mexico have 6. Alexis Silva scores his first goal of the competition. His 4th goal of the competition, excuse me. Brazil just a tad bit short there, couldn't get to it. Mexico start off the 2nd.
Yeah, it's becoming one-sided already to start the break. Indonesia needs something back here.
Van Per still going, lovely run there from Van Per. Indonesia have their first goal. Van Per has his 3rd of the competition, producing a reaction.
Yeah, maybe the top player for Indonesia, Van Per.
Here come Mexico once again. This is Martin Lara. He's got the support from Castillo. Back towards Lara on his left foot. Castillo going, Lara, the easy tap in. Oh, that was lovely. Greatly worked by the 2 players. Martin Lara gets on the score sheet as well. Mexico just continue. 7-1, that's a scoreline that's somewhat familiar here in Brazil.
Well, we were closing in on that total. They should, at the very least, get double figures for the 2nd game in a row. Poor old Indonesia.
The Indonesian attack is halted.
1,
Here come Mexico.
3,
Martinez.
4, 5.
He's got support over on the right. Back towards Martinez. Left foot. Just over the crossbar there. That's his nickname.
That shot was rushed because of the countdown from the referee.
From Indonesia. The attack is halted in his tracks. Minute 23. 22. Not bad at all.
That might just come in handy.
Here come Indonesia trying to reduce the damage here. Here's Dylan, one of the players who scored against Saudi Arabia. Pink gear, is that something you would do, John?
That's me all over. You just can't see how Indonesia can come back here. It is the King's universe, of course, and anything could happen.
Yeah, the universe of possibilities. Here come Indonesia. It is the through ball for Yamani. Lovely piece of defending there from Carlos Camelo to get his body in the way. Kani could pass inside for Eddie Sanchez, the number 13. Camelo, through ball on the left wing. Martinez, left foot, back post.
And then Mexico went down the other end, and soon we're on the way.
Nice little touch inside for Castillo on his left foot. Back heel touch. Indonesia win it back. Step overs from Reza Yamani. Mexico able to regroup defensively. We're closing in on minute 26. Nice drone angle here, flying over the pitch at the Trident Arena. A couple Indonesian flags in the background there. We have a president penalty on the Mexican side. Alex Montiel, aka the Scorpion Dorado, is already making his way. There he is. Alex Montiel, he is one of the presidents of Velus Caligari in Kings and Kings League Mexico.
Well, every day is a 7-1, a phrase which came into use in Brazil back in 2014 after that loss to Germany in the semi-finals in the World Cup. Now, are we about to see that scoreline removed and make it 8 for the Mexicans?
Is Scorpion Dorado. Another president to go 2 for 2. Right-footed finish, sliding it into the corner.
Are we going to see it? Maybe not. He kind of bounced himself into the turf, scoring the last penalty. Kind of a welly, isn't it? Just swung that right peg.
Germany scored 10 yesterday against the US. Here's a through ball for Alexis Siu with a little layoff there. So intelligent. Carlos Camelo, very brave from Brazil to get his body in the way. But Mexico win it back. Here's Davies. Obed Martinez. The turn, goal line cut back. It rolls across the face of goal. And we have a secret card for Indonesia. What's it gonna be?
It would have to be a very special secret card to do that, I think.
Double goal for Indonesia.
It is a double goal, so if Indonesia score
secret card
in the next 4 minutes, we're gonna go from 8 to 1. Keeping in mind Atta Halilintar still to take his presidential penalty. Sideline throw. Eddie goes down. The referee says no. No penalty kick for Mexico. Indonesia. I'm going to need a replay. Maybe this will clarify things. Yeah, that's not a penalty kick. Eddie tried to make the most of the situation, but the ref was not having it.
Well, I'm not sure the keeper got a hand on the ball.
Checking in progress.
Checking in progress.
Okay.
VAR review, puede ser que me equivoqué. Maybe he did se equivocó, right? Maybe he did get it wrong.
Yeah, I don't think the keeper got a touch on the ball. See as he races in. Does the keeper touch it?
Yeah, it's that right foot right there. See that one?
Sí, güey, porque Eddie va directo al balón, hasta se le ven los ojos
Leonardo
el balón.
Pasautaya.
And had the keeper got to it, I think he would have been okay, but he doesn't. I don't think the Mexican player would have reached the ball anyway, but I reckon they're going to overturn this one.
In the corner there we see Rivers and Alex Montiel. A few moments ago we saw Natalia MX and Alana. After VAR review, it's a penalty kick for Mexico. Blowout. Yeah, Leonardo with the foul on Eddie, and all the competition is first of the game. Minute 28:35. Here's Martinez, left foot. There was never any doubt, was there? The goalkeeper went the right way, but it was wonderfully taken. Mexico make it.
For Mexico, the goal machine of this tournament, about to make it double figures for 2 games in a row. I don't think they're going to get to the 18 mark they did before.
Mexico right now have a 23 goal difference.
Bottom left-hand corner says a win for Mexico is first place, or... Now what a scoreline though for Mexico. What a poor day for Indonesia.
Mexico want more. Is Pepe dispossessed by Peter Jr. There's Halilintar. Social media personality, content creator, celebrity, actor, singer, rapper, entrepreneur. Mr. YouTuber Asia in 2018. His channel has over 30 million subscribers, billions of views, but no goal at the Kings World Cup of Nations. Can he change that?
He's desperate to do that, isn't he?
He takes a deep breath. Here's Halilintar, left foot! And he is denied by Moises Daba. Make that 0 for 3.
Sucks in the pitch. Sucks.
And he might not get a 4th.
Read it very easily. In fact, he moves across before that ball is released. And perfect height.
And I'm just getting word from our production, or rather tomorrow, right, since India and Saudi Arabia are playing
Penalty
tomorrow.
for Mexico.
Everything's just working Mexico's way. They have a penalty, a chance to enter double digits. If they score this, you're going to have 28 goals. This is Diego Martinez to try and score his first goal of the competition. He steps up to the spot and he delivers left foot on the ball. One of the few players that had scored yet finally finds the back of the net. Mexico, 50 goals in the Kings League. Mexico, he finds the back of the net for the first time in Brazil.
So my reckoning is Martin Cani, Eddie Sanchez, the only
time in Brazil.
So my reckoning is Martin Cani, Eddie Sanchez, the only.
Kelvin Oliveira and Sequinho. It's a header goal. Now we have 2 real headers in the competition. Indonesia get one back. Kelvin Oliveira and Sequinho. It's a header goal. Now we have 2 real headers in the competition. Indonesia get one back. 11-2.
Yeah,
a 24 goal difference. Keeping in mind, if you have 3 teams tied in the number of wins, the goal difference does not settle it, okay? Alexis Silva overlapping run. Pepe drives it in.
I wonder if Mexico have time to equal that.
34 minutes on the clock. A little too cheeky there from Castillo. Indonesia win it back. Here's Van Per. Dinks it back. Indonesia dispossessed. Mexico. On this guy right here, Fandi Permana, aka Van Per.
Yeah, a little bit of.
They'll be playing tomorrow. Here's the effort from range, a rocket, forcing Moises Daba to produce a great save. Let's have a look at the replay on frame.
El que te va a salir más barato, nada más.
Davies recovers for Mexico, sets it down nicely. Goes for the long pass. It is a good one. Castillo!
Bandera rosa.
And that's a lovely header, isn't it? Steering it back. grabs his first goal of the competition, or rather of the game, but 80% of that goal belongs to Davis Junco, and a sensational assist. What a header, and a sensational assist. What a header. Mexico have 13, just like that. Pepe Askenazi has got 4. In other words, he becomes the top scorer. I mean, it's difficult, John, to keep track of this many goals. It's an absolute shootout.
18, but I would say that 14 goals is not a bad haul.
The deal. The ball drops. Martinez recovers. Lara restarts with Camelo. Good ball for Martinez. Pressured by 2 players. He escapes down the left. Martinez! A rocket off the middle.
Well, Mexico in the last couple of minutes have just been knocking in the goals for fun. Reminder to vote for your choice of MVP. At the bottom, use the name.
The back post, it's a great effort there from Fatur. If we get to the triple shootout, then of course we'll explain things a little bit better further down the line. Eddie Sanchez, he's got the support from Renato Castillo. Eddie. Martinez to his left. Here's Martinez. Here's Castillo. Huge shout out to the peeps at the best acai, bringing us some delicious acai. Always a very important time here. Here come Mexico, deflected shot, it goes wide. Corner kick towards Castillo. I think a frozen sludge is a great description, my friend. Here's Martinez. Back towards Castillo on his left foot. Very, very cheeky. Here's Lara. Martinez, first time. Castillo! Lovely team goal to settle it, to seal the deal for Team Mexico. They beat Indonesia 14-2. Castillo with his 2nd of the game, his 4th of the tournament. Mexico have 2 wins. Indonesia also have 2 wins. If Saudi Arabia beat India, it is going to be a triple shootout between Saudi Arabia, Mexico, and Indonesia.